Intelligence System Analytic Computer is activated. All ISAC systems are confirmed online.
On that note, right. And on this week's idea for Massive, I'm just going to explain what Ideas for Massive is. It's basically, even though it is Ideas for Massive, it is a general, what would you say, idea for anybody working on the game, or just like things we'd like to see in the game, either in the future or including the use of any assets that are currently in the game at the minute. So this week's idea for Massive, or IFM, is Faction Wars. Luke, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, we talked about this before, haven't we? Many moons ago on just before we started up IFM. And we spotted it, a month ago or so in the Dark Zone? When you're roaming around in the Dark Zone, you'll sometimes get like cleaners that will attack rioters or vice versa or whatever. And we just thought it'd be quite good if they could perhaps build on that a little bit more, particularly in the Light Zone, and just get something, obviously, that Mike's just called Faction Wars, to be like more of an actual event. So I don't know whether they would like just invade a particular area within the Light Zone and get all the factions to like slug it out, and perhaps we have to run in and help rescue the civilians that have perhaps got trapped in this turf war that's going on, or what the details were. But I think I was going to say one of the main ideas we had for this, or references, I'm not sure if Rob said it, was GTA.
Yeah, GTA San Andreas. Basically,
what happened in that?
There was like 3 or 4 gangs, and you would have to slowly take back the map from each gang and overrule it with your gang. And that was because every time you say Faction Wars, that's all I think about is that part of that game.
Yeah. Basically, it'd just be like you load into the game, you get up your map, and it could be an hour every half an hour maybe, and you have 2-3 areas that, say, Chelsea's under attack by Rikers, or they're fighting cleaners in Chelsea, and you basically have to go in and clean them out. And the thing is, like, the assets for the content is kind of already in the game as well, because for anybody that's gone from, is it DZ1 to 3, you actually have NPCs fighting each other in the Dark Zone.
Yeah.
So you can literally take that out and put it either back in the LZ, or I'm pretty sure, when we all first started in New York as a level 1 player, you actually literally have to go through each district of the map and clear it out anyway. So it'd be kind of that idea again.
I guess it's very similar, like, to the contamination events, isn't it? But like in a bigger scale in the LZ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that sounds
would be cool.
Dope. Like,
yeah,
that sounds good. Who came up with that idea? I think
it's been a bit of a joint effort from all of us, but it's something like we were not. I mean, kind of like your input on it. My only worry was, like, do you have it as a timed event, or do you have it like a percentage on your map, and you have to basically keep the streets clean, and if you keep it above like a certain percent, like you have like a bar, and if like the whole map is clear, it's at like 100%.
Yeah.
And if you maintain that, you get rewards, or maybe you get 10 Phoenix credits per day, or not day, but like per hour or something stupid. But you have to physically keep on top of it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
literally like the contamination events, you have to like go clean them out, but it kind of forces you to go back out into the LZ.
No, I think that sounds really cool. Actually, I like that idea.
Any other additions, guys?
Was that the only thing in San Andreas? I'm sure that's another game I played, I think, and it's got something similar. Like,
I think the closest thing I would put to it is probably Mass Effect 3, if you've played that, because you had to do the multiplayer in that, and you had to basically, the multiplayer was to clear out like, it was like 4 or 5 different areas, and if you cleared out the 4 or 5 different areas and kept your bar, or kept those areas at 100%, like all clear at the same time, you could basically go finish Mass Effect 3 with, and you'd like basically rinse it. Nobody would die or something like that. But Yeah, and I think the main thing is the fact that you can just add this, and I say it should be quite simple, and I know we say it every week, press that division button. But I know you yourself, you've been there, you know how difficult it is to implement stuff. But it would be quite cool. And it's basically kind of give PvE players an addition outside of the Dark Zone, because I know a lot of PvE players are wanting landmarks and things like this. And I know we already have something similar to this in the form of HVTs, but this would be on a larger scale. You'd have to literally fight the whole district and clean it out.
You know what? There was this, I can't remember, it sounds really bad. There was a guy at ETF. I sound terrible now for not remembering his name. I think it is like Bullet. Yeah, Bullet, that's it. What he does with his clan or guild is they activate every search and destroy from every safe house, and then they like clear the map.
Yeah.
And, like when he mentioned that, I was like, shit, that sounds kind of cool. And he said, oh yeah, it takes us about like probably about an hour and 20. And he said, but we'll fast travel to every house and then start one side and like slowly work through the sectors. It's like,
that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm yet to do it because like it's so hard to find the time to do that. But when he mentioned it, I was like, shit, that guy's a genius.
Yeah, I mean that's players getting creative on stuff already in the game, if you know what I mean. I think the thing for me is you have this entire map, and I don't think it's utilized as well as it could be. I know we have like HVTs and other things, but I would like to see more brought to it, because I feel like there's a lot more that could be done.
Yeah.
Luke, Rob, do you want to finish off? With any comments?
No, just to add what you just said, more replayability is always a good thing, which, yeah. Sounds like we're getting a lot of in 1.7, so it's cool.
Yes. Luke?
No, just touching on what you said about the map being one of the best things in the game. Working through 1 to 30 was possibly one of my best gaming experiences ever. Like I collected all the intel and everything. I've 100%ed it. Like Mike said, I love the story and all the lore behind it. But yeah, the end game for the Light Zone is pretty bad. So it definitely needs some love. So whether it be something like Faction Wars or obviously the global events that are coming for 1.7, etc., it definitely needs some love. It's just a big, beautiful, excellently crafted area that's not really being played, apart from maybe, twice a month in my case, where you get the supply drop, and that's it.
It would be pretty cool, because obviously you have like a few players in the terminal. What is it? You can get up to like 24 players or something like that. But it would be pretty cool if you had something like Faction Wars and it was like an ongoing thing. But maybe once, one day a week, the whole map, like random day, the whole map got took over by different factions, or they're fighting each other or whatever, and yourself and other 24 agents have to clear out the map itself. Like, so it'd be like Faction Wars, but instead of it being a district, it would be like the whole map. But you would actually see other agents. It would be the DZ, but outside the DZ.
Like a seasonal event, say, Mike.
A seasonal event, yeah.
Smooth.
But it would be cool. I'd like, you've got this huge open span of New York, and we never see any other agents apart from what's in your group. And we know not everybody is a rogue agent, so it'd be kind of nice to see other players on the same server outside the DZ and fight something like this.
Yeah,
you guys are just full of cleverness, aren't you?
I doubt that. I
would.
Anyway,
I'd say that.
That's it for this week, guys. Thank you for listening, and we will catch you in the Dark Zone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.